unscheduled or rescheduled
Unusual.
meeting. If you all notice, we actually have lights now. We played around with them earlier. It's actually really bright in here, so hopefully come next year's flower show, we'll actually have some really good lighting. Just one little announcement before we get into tonight's program. Our next meeting is our annual silent auction and potluck, and it's scheduled on our normal day to be here in the hall the first Tuesday of September. So bring some food, bring some money, and have a good night. And so tonight's program is presented by Grace Abad, who's a member of our society here, and it's going to be on man-eating plants. No.
There you go. We wish.
Yes, we all have those neighbors we would like to feed the plant. Yeah. So,
Or just men in general.
That was a good one.
When she first started talking about doing this, it brought back the memories for me of seeing the movie Little Shop of Horrors. That's kind of every time you say carnivorous plants, that's what I picture in my mind. So, Grace, I'll let you take it.
Hi everybody. Hi, my name is Grace Abad, and I'm a recent member, 2.5-year member of the Epiphyllum Society of America. And before we begin, we're going to play a trivia game to test your knowledge. Is everybody ready? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, do you have any volunteers? So first, I need a volunteer, and we have prizes. So, do we have a volunteer? First volunteer. Okay. Chris, thank you for volunteering. The president is volunteering. Great. Okay. Question number one. We're going to do question number one. How many species of Dionea misupula, which is the Venus flytrap, are there? There are going to be several answers, and you get to pick the best answer. A, 10, B, 108, C, 1, D, 32, or E, 56.
Wow.
Let's go with 32.
One.
Wrong.
By the way,
One.
Geneva, the winner! Congratulations, Geneva. She gets a prize.
Right.
A prize for Geneva. Okay. Okay, second
Geneva?
volunteer. Anyone volunteering?
We got it.
Jenny's volunteering.
Oh,
Jenny, oh
her
great. Okay, great.
Junior mints, my favorite.
Question number 2, Jenny.
Thank you.
Which continent does not have carnivorous plants?
Antarctica. What? We don't have to get A, B, C?
Northern South Pole, Antarctica.
Congratulations, she's the winner. Okay, great. Next question. Antarctica. You're not supposed to. Okay, next volunteer is Jim. Okay, this is a multiple choice answer. Okay. What is the largest victim or food source that a carnivorous plant can eat? I'm going to give you several choices. A, frog. B, grasshopper. C, fish, like a small fish. Then D, rat, or E, a butterfly.
I would say a grasshopper.
Wrong.
Okay.
Chihuahua.
Rat.
Men,
Rat. The winner was it rat? Was it rat? Congratulations, you're a winner.
Wow.
Okay.
That's, wow.
All right.
Those are
Men
big.
wasn't an answer.
Man?
Yeah.
No. Not yet, okay. Okay, we have a volunteer. Walter? Yeah. Okay, Walter. In the low-budget 1960 comedy horror film, Little Shop of Horrors, what was the name of, okay, I'm gonna give you options now, give you options. What was the name of the giant carnivorous plant? A. Shelley, B. Audrey Jr., C. Rebecca, D. Sally, or E. Martha.
Let's go with Audrey Jr.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
That's in 1960s?
Yeah, that's what they said. I know. Okay, another, we have a volunteer. Rosalinda volunteers. Okay, Rosalinda. What is the estimated lifespan of a Dionea meshupula, which is a Venus flytrap? We're gonna give you several options. A, 20 years, B, 2 years, C, 10 years, D, 1 year, or E, 5 years.
10?
Sorry,
5?
sorry.
2.
20.
Sorry.
1.
20. Who's at 20? Oh, Janet. Janet's a winner. Okay. Okay, do we have another volunteer? Anyone volunteer? Okay, great. Okay, great. All right, here. The largest Venus flytrap cultivar, Alien, was recorded in the 2023 Guinness Book of World Records and was grown by Jeremiah Harris from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So we're gonna be picking the size of the fly trap. Is it A, 2.4 inches, B, 3 inches, C, 5 inches, D, 3.5 inches, or E, 4 inches?
What was whatever the biggest one was. 5.
Incorrect.
Huh?
Incorrect. Huh?
5.
No.
2.5.
4.
2.5, answer 2.5. 2.4. Walter, congratulations, Walter. Okay, and the last volunteer for the last question. Anyone volunteer?
Geneva does.
Geneva volunteer.
Okay, I'll
here we go.
volunteer.
Okay, this is the question. Here we have several options for answers. If the trap of a Venus flytrap is activated, which means it closes, due to a raindrop, twig, or non-prey, this is non-prey, how long does it take for it to reopen? Okay. A, 1 hour, 2, or B, 5 hours, C, 1 to 2 days, D, 10 hours, E, 2 hours.
I'll say 2 hours.
Sorry.
1 to 2
days.
days.
Who said 1 and 2 days?
Yes.
Oh. How many? Do
I mean,
we have a tie? Do we have a tie?
I already got a prize, so.
Oh, Rosalind is the winner. Okay, yeah. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of our trivia.
Grace, I have one question.
Yeah.
Which carnivorous plant do you need to wrap?
Oh, it's the picture one. It's a tropical. It's a tropical. It's a
Where it
tropical.
gets caught inside, it slides in and can't get out.
Yeah, it's a tropical Nepenthes. That's the one in the tropical jungles.
Oh, yeah, base.
The one, the very big one. Yeah, the big one. Yes, that's the one that can eat a rat. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna start the Carnivorous Plants 101. Okay, this is how my journey started. My collection of carnivorous plants began 3 years ago at either, I can't remember, Home Depot or Lowe's. And I couldn't resist. What a great price, $5. So that's how I started growing carnivorous plants. I always thought about doing it. I mean, it sounded interesting, but I never, tried. So this is the first time I tried during COVID. Okay, so we're going to go over where are carnivorous plants found, definition of a carnivorous plant, types of carnivorous plants, history, care, and anatomy, carnivorous nature, and then I'll have a little plant slideshow, and then a question and answer session, and also I have a little show and tell at the end. carnivorous plants found? Carnivorous plants are found in environments where the soil lacks essential nutrients, particularly nitrogen. They are found in all continents except for Antarctica. What's the definition of a carnivorous plant? A carnivorous plant can capture and kill prey. They also have a mechanism that allows the digestion of prey, and it derives a significant benefit from the nutrients obtained from the captured prey. What do carnivorous plants prey on? Carnivorous plants eat insects, grubs, frogs, slugs, amoeba, fish, lizards, mice, and rats.
But the slugs would have to climb up into them, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they climb.
Because
Yeah,
don't
they
like-
yeah, they kind of like fall in.
Yeah.
Yeah. What types of nutrients do carnivorous plants receive from their digested prey? They release nutrients of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which is important for growth. And the nutrients act as a fertilizer for the plant. How do carnivorous plants obtain energy to grow? It goes through photosynthesis like all plants. They still perform photosynthesis to generate energy from sunlight. Nutrients for the fertilizer are obtained from bugs and insects. They are trapped by the carnivorous plants.
So how does a rat or a mouse fall into the plant? I mean, what, are the insects up at the top and fall in, or what?
Well, the lip of the lip of the Nepenthes, the tropical one, it secretes like a sticky sweet, like nectar kind of. It kind of lures it in, and then when it kind of topples over, it falls into the trap, and then the bottom there's digestive enzymes, fluid that digests it.
I see.
So they've been able to pull it like bones and out of there. Yeah, that's how they eat. Kind of like lures them in and then they fall in. But we're gonna go over the different kinds of traps there are in a minute. Okay, so there are 4 types of carnivorous plants, the different kinds how they obtain their prey. There are the sticky traps, the pitfall traps, the snap traps, and the suction traps. Okay, so this is basically they're called sundews, and they have a sticky. They have a sticky substance on the ends there that trap, like, they're really good with gnats. If you have a gnat problem, I just grow a bunch of sundews out of Drosera, and the gnats, they be covered in gnats. They get trapped really quickly. So this is, the picture here is from, is from the fern show that was taken by Rosalinda. So this one's a big, large Drosera regia, and you could even have them all covered. The whole body of it's covered with gnats if you have a lot of gnats. But you'd be surprised how many gnats you can capture, especially like in my backyard. The ones in my backyard, they're completely covered. Okay. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, how long would it take them to capture?
Oh no, they kind of wave in the wind, and then as they're flying by, they get it's like a sticky. You know how they catch like mice and kind of like that, kind of sticks there. And this is a butterwort. That's another. It's a panicula, and they get trapped at the bottom part. See the bottom part there? So they kind of like go and get stuck that way. But they don't really. I guess as they're flying by, they just kind of like get stuck. It's like a sticky wet paper. Those are butterworts. And then an example of a pitfall trap. Those are the Sarracenia purpurea, I have that one, I brought it today. It's a North American pitcher plant. They fall, the bugs fall into the trap. And then there's the digestive juices, digestive enzymes there, like, that's how they get their nutrients. And the Nepenthes are the tropical pitcher plants. And they're found mostly in like Southeast Asia, and those are the ones where like the rats fall in, the larger animals fall in, depending how big the pitcher is. So there's like a secretion at the lip there, and they kind of like peer over, they kind of fall in, and then they get digested that way. Okay, and then this is another one, a pitfall trap. It's Nepenthes Gaia. I brought the plant here today, and it's the same thing. So they fall in, and the rim around it, the lip, is called a peristome. That's the name of what it's called. Oh, and this is a picture of at the Fern show. They had a carnivorous plant vendor. So this is the North American pitcher plants. I also brought a sample in today also. And they fall into also, they go to the rim and then they fall in and get digested. Oh, okay, and this is an example of a snap trap. This is my Venus flytrap, it's the cultivar's Treves Dracula. So the fly or the bug lands on the open trap, and then there's like three little appendages, like little, what do we call them? Like little appendages, and if they're touched, that causes the trap to close. So if you need like a live moving bug. So if the bug's already dead and you want to feed it, it's not gonna work because they have to be moving, and they have to all touch within a certain amount of time for it to activate the trap. I think they said 20 seconds for it to activate the trap. And they also have, this is a suction trap, a bladderwort. So the bladderworts have a suction, and they suck in the prey. I think it's under the water. Yeah, it's under the water. They do that under the water too. So that's a common bladderwort. Ulitricularia. I can't pronounce that one. Okay, how do carnivorous plants capture their prey? They have evolved specialized leaves that act as traps. These include sticky traps. That's where the surfaces where the insects get stuck, such as sundews. Pitfall traps, which are deep pitcher-shaped leaves where insects fall in and drown. Snap traps, rapidly closing traps that capture insects, such as Venus flytraps. Suction traps are aquatic traps that use suction to draw in prey, which is the bladderwort. Okay, so I decided to feature the featured carnivorous plant I'll be focusing on is the Venus flytrap, which is the Dionea muscipula, which is the Venus flytrap. And we'll go over the history, the characteristics and anatomy, care, growing outdoors in California Zone 10A and Zone 10B. All my carnivorous plants, I grow them outside. I don't have any inside the house. They all grow in my backyard year round. So I managed to keep them alive. If it gets really cold, like under a certain temperature, you can cover them up so they won't freeze if it gets really that cold. But usually it doesn't get below 35. So we're going to go over the Venus flytrap history. The Venus flytrap was named Dionea muscipula, which is by naturalist John Ellis. The Latin name, Dionea, means the Roman goddess of love. Muscipula means mousetrap. The first documented Venus trap was documented in 1759 by Arthur Dobbs, who was the North Carolina colonial governor. He described it as a catch fly sensitive plant. The Venus flytrap are native to the grassy wetlands of North and South Carolina within a 100-mile radius. Its native habitat is categorized as vulnerable due to the loss of habitat and poaching. Okay, so this is a map of where, I guess, the historic populations of the Venus flytrap were found and the current population. So it's decreased, but from its original time. So in order to grow a Venus flytrap, they require very specific soil. Do not use any potting soils, vermiculite, coconut coir, or any sphagnum moss that has added fertilizer. So you have to use, you can't use anything that has like Miracle Grow in it. And they do not require any nutrients in their medium as they obtain their fertilizer from bugs. I use the long fibered sphagnum moss mixed with perlite, but the perlite can't have Miracle Grow in it because that will kill the plant. And I usually use a 50-50 mix, and I rehydrate the sphagnum moss and perlite with rainwater in a clean plastic bucket or plastic container. I also install a rain catch gutter system in my house, so all the water that I use to water my carnivorous is rainwater. So I have them in barrels on the side of the house. It's cheaper than using distilled water or reverse osmosis water, but you could use those other types of water.
Are they sensitive to tap water?
The tap water we have has a high mineral count in it, and anything over 50 parts per million of minerals, the water will kill the Venus flytrap. So I tested my local water, and it was like really high, so it would kill it. So I would suggest you can get this a tester from like Amazon and test your water if you want to use that. But reverse osmosis water will work. Brita won't work. You can buy a filter system called Pure, but the filters are very expensive. So
Would distilled water work?
yeah, distilled water. But it's like $1 or something per gallon. But if you have rainwater, that's free. So you can do that. Or you have a reverse osmosis system, that'll work too. But distilled water works. The only problem is when you have a lot of plants after a while, you need a lot of distilled water. So that's why I just save my my rainwater. It rains. So the Venus flytraps prefer to be in deep pots of at least 4 inches or deeper. They grow very long roots, and a deep pot allows for a strong, sturdy growth. Use plastic pots with drainage holes at the bottom. Do not use terracotta or clay pots. They leach out minerals that will kill your plant. Do not use terrariums, aquariums, or plastic enclosures. So if you can use plastic will work, but don't use anything like a terracotta or anything that could leach anything to the plant that would kill it. Okay, this is the Venus flap characteristics and anatomy. So on the bottom you have the dark roots, and it's on a rhizome. So if you grow your Venus flytrap, if it's happy, it'll keep growing and spreading out. So you'll get all these clone babies after a while, as long as you know it's growing properly. The flower stalk, I usually cut off the flower stalk because it drains energy from the plant. unless you want seeds, but I don't, yeah. And it causes it not to, the plant to grow. So I usually normally just cut the flower stalk off. You can cut up the flower stalk into like 1-inch pieces, and you can propagate off of that and propagate new clones by using the flower stalk alone. You don't necessarily need the seeds. And the trap, and then, so that's the trap. Okay, so inside the picture there, you see the fly trap triggers. When the insect touches one and then touches another within 20 seconds, then the trap will close. So if it only touches one and not the other, it won't close. So it has to have some kind of, usually that's why you need some kind of movement with the insect. So some people try to feed their Venus flytraps with like dead bugs. So they're not, it's not gonna close on you, you know, because it's not living, unless you kind of move it around. You can injure one, that works too. If you injure a bug, like I find a fly in my house, I'll injure it, and then they'll feed it to them. But they catch food on their own, you don't really need to do that. If they're outside, they'll fend for themselves. You don't really need to feed that, unless, if I have an extra couple of bugs in the house, then I'll feed them. Okay, so this is the area where we live. California growing zones 10A and zone 10B, they require full sun. I use a tray method. So I have a tray underneath the plastic pot with holes in it with 1 or 3 inches of water, rainwater, distilled reverse osmosis water only. Low mineral water has to be 50 parts per million or less with basically it's dissolved minerals that are in the water. So if you have anything above 50, you'll kill your carnivorous plant, your Venus flytrap or your carnivorous plants. Dormancy, the Venus flytrap will go dormant through the months of October through March, so it's not dying on you. A lot of people just throw it away. They kind of stop growing and not do anything, and then the new pictures that come out are really small, so it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but basically it's just resting for the winter. Just water less and don't allow the tray to dry out. So you don't have to put as much water in the tray, but make sure it doesn't dry out. It's basically hibernating. It will come out of dormancy in the spring. So in the spring, it'll come back to life and it'll be fine, it'll grow. So I know several people have been just throw their Venus flytraps away, thinking it's dying or dead, but technically it's not dead. It's just dormant. The minimum temperature is 35, and the optimal temperature is between 65 to 80. So if it gets hotter than 80, what I normally do is I'll provide more shade to it, because you don't want them to get, they'll turn red and get, some are more red than others, but they'll get too much, you don't want them to get fried. So I'll take them, put a little bit of shade on them if it gets really hot. Okay, so we're gonna go over some of my carnivorous plants. This is my Saracena purpurea meerkat hybrid, and it's in bloom right now. So the top ones are the flowers, and the bottom one is like the pictures. So that's how it looks like. It usually blooms like once or even twice a year. You can get those to bloom. Oh, and this is my Saracena, which is my North American pitcher plant. That's in North America. Okay, and this is my tropical, it's a Nepenthes Rebecca Soper. And that's from, so that's kind of a darker, the pictures are darker, and it's pretty prolific. It produces a lot of pictures. This is my Nepenthes ventrata tropical pitcher hybrid. I brought a sample in today of the one I have. And this is one of my Venus flytrap cultivars, which is called Big Mouth. You see where the opening is? See that bug right there? The fly? So what happens is, it'll close up on the fly, and then it'll suck out all the nutrients out of it. So then when it opens back up in, I don't know, 5 to 12 days, it's just like an exoskeleton. So then like the wind or the rain or the water will wash it away. If it doesn't, then usually I found this like a spider will see it, and it's like, oh my, it'll want to go over there, then he'll get caught in it too. So as soon as you get multiples, you can get about 3 or 4 closings of it, and after that it'll die, and then a new trap will come out from that. So the traps have a time limit on how many they can eat. You don't really want to play with it because it takes all the energy away from the plant. So they eat fine on their own, really, they do. You don't even have to do anything. You'll be surprised how much they catch on their own. You don't have to, well, some people are like, oh, I want to feed it, but you don't need to do that. They're fine on their own. You know how to catch their own food. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, so. Oh, this one's also big mouth. This one is really prolific. I had one plant, and I have so many. I have to selling off the babies, and it keeps growing. It just loves eating. Some are faster than others. Some plants grow faster than others, and this cultivar, it's really fast growing, and also it multiplies. So after it like splits, it'll split out where it'll be all full of babies, and I'll split them all out, and I'll have all these baby plants. You don't need to really have it go to seed, plant from seed. Oh, this one's called ginormous. So it's like busting out of the Starbucks cup. See how there? So it'll get really full, and then I'll split them out and repot them. Oh, that's a little, I like that picture that's looking at me. So that one's big mouth. This is a typical one. These are the ones that I bought at Home Depot or Lowe's. And this one is like, it gets really red for some reason. But I really like it. It really is like fast growing. And some are more green or red than others. But you can go to Home Depot and Lowe's and get your plants there and start off. And then later on you can get the different kinds of cultivars. This is also typical one. I got that from Home Depot also. But each one can eat. Like they eat a lot. You know, like you don't have to do anything. So it's kind of fun watching them eat. Trap. Oh, and this one's an example of the sundew, the one that catches gnats. The one at the bottom. It kind of flows, goes with the wind, and there's little sticky things that catch gnats. It's really good at catching gnats. And then the one with the pink flower, that's a stylidium. That's from Australia, and that's a trigger one. So the one in the pink, the yellow in the middle, they'll come out and trap, and then go back in. It's really small. I brought a plant today, and they consider that plant semi-carnivorous because it's only carnivorous when it's in bloom, when the flowers in bloom. And this is my another picture of my Nepenthes Gaia, which is a hybrid, originally from the Philippines. Okay, this is my my mother plant that passed away, but she had 4 babies, so I have the plant. But I got it. I think it's like 10 inches, 10 or more inches. That was the largest one I grew, and it's my Nepenthes Tactaculus, I can't pronounce it, and Ventrata. So that was the largest one. And then I would peek inside, sometimes at night with a flashlight, and I could see bugs in there. I was like, wow, fascinating. And somehow all these bugs like floating in there, which I really thought was really interesting. Any questions and answers? Any questions right now? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, go ahead. Yes, yes.
I was gonna say, don't some of the picture plants actually have like hairs that point downward? So
Yeah.
the insect can slide down, but they struggle to get out.
Yeah, that's what they say, they're supposed to, like,
It's like those traffic things in a parking lot.
yeah,
that
but you
once
can't,
you're tired-
once you go in, but you can't come out.
Yeah.
But I kinda looked in there, I mean, I didn't, unless I haven't dissected one, to be honest with you, but, yeah, that's what I heard, once you go in, you can't come.
I think they can slide down.
But you can't come back
easy,
out,
but
yeah.
they struggle to try to climb out. I
Yeah.
think they know they're trapped, but eventually the enzymes get them.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating how they do
There
that.
was one picture that I think showed ridges or something.
Yeah, I think, I probably need like a microscope or something. Question?
Do you ever, your finger in any of them? See if it hurts or.
Oh, you know,
Catch my finger.
you know what, that takes a lot of energy, so I feel bad, you know what I mean? But I guess you could do it, I know people that, well,
I mean, can they hurt you if you stuck they don't excrete some type of. something
no,
that
no,
hurts you?
they don't, I mean, like the finger the venus?
Any of them.
Maybe in the pitcher plant.
Oh, the picture, oh, yeah, there's like digestive juices in there, but I just take my little flashlight and I look in there and they're floating in there, so like, they capture on their own, it's like, fascinating. Yeah. No, there's nothing that would, other than the ones with like the Venus, they would get you, but it takes a lot of energy from them when you do that. And you're not supposed to feed them meat. Some people like ground beef, they have their kid feed them ground, they don't do that. Feeding them.
Do they need to stay wet all the time?
Yes, you gotta keep it wet all the time. That's the thing, and during the summer, I have to make sure that it doesn't get dry out. Because it's so hot, there's all the evaporation going on. So I check it in the morning and then I check at night to make sure the water levels are high.
Like swamp plants, kind of?
Yeah, they live in like boggy areas where there's like low nutrients. So that's how they get their fertilizer. Their nitrogen from eating bugs. So it's kind of like an adaptive form. Yes?
Is that why you have like saucer? Well, you have saucers.
Yeah, they were all in a bucket thingy. Yeah, but I just took them temporarily out. But they all have to be in water.
So does it cover the bottom out with the water, or do they just at home they have a saucer?
Yeah, I have them like in another container, and I usually have like at least an inch of water at all times.
Are they good for mosquito control?
Oh yeah. my gosh.
Oh.
It's fascinating. They love. Oh yeah, they eat mosquitoes, gnats. So even the bees. They go in from the water and they get trapped in there. Yeah. Oh, I can have like some are like covered with gnat, like with sticky ones, the Drosera, could be all covered, and you see like hundreds of gnats on there. It's just kind of fun to watch it, see it. But they do good on their own. I mean, they catch a lot of stuff. They catch a lot of plants and mosquitoes.
But you have to keep them in full sun.
The full sun ones are the Venus flytraps and the Saracena, which is the Nepenthes, the tropical pitchers, the one with the pitchers. Those are like in the jungle, so they need like diffused light. Yeah, they don't. The other ones you can keep them in full sun.
Are they pet safe?
Yeah. I got a dog. My dog's so fun.
Unless you have a rat.
I don't. You know what? I don't have the big picture.
A couple
The pictures-
raccoons I'd like to get rid of.
Yeah. They're fun. I think they're fun. They're different. They're fun. And they just keep growing.
Is there a lot of care for this? Like, is it something that you could just let it sit there and
These are outside 24/7, all year round.
say that again?
These ones?
Uh-huh.
Okay, the ones I have are usually hybrids. They're depending, there are other varieties of these plants that require like 95% humidity. I don't buy those types, because then you need to keep it in
Humidity.
one of those humidity, like cabinets, and I don't do that. So the ones I have are the ones that can live within 50 to 60% humidity. Because that's too much, right? I don't do that. So, other people do, but then there's certain ones are plants are like really hard to keep alive, and you have to keep the humidity really high. That's a lot of work.
So what are your sources for buying these? If you wanna start your own collection,
Well,
I know you sell them.
the first one I did was, of course, Lowe's and Home Depot, right? And then after that, like eBay, right? And then there's some sellers online, or I went to the Carnivorous show. There's two carnivorous groups. I didn't join; they're too far away. But there's one in Orange County in Costa Mesa, and then I went to one meeting, and then they still sell them there. And then there's one like in Woodland Hills, but they used to have their meetings at Huntington, and I went to one meeting there. But yeah, you know what? Like, it's not hard at all, really. I mean, unless you're gonna get the real high humidity ones or the ones that are real temperamental, you can grow them in your backyard in here in California, in Southern California, so it shouldn't be a problem. But a lot of people I know kill them, so.
And you don't give it away.
And what is the main reason for that?
Because they don't know, they just don't know that, they don't know that can't give it regular water. They think it's dead, but it's really dormant, so they throw it away. You know, you can't give it anything with miracle grow, nothing with fertilizer. You'll kill it, you'll kill it, but, I sell off my babies, the baby plants, and I give people free counseling, you know, plant counseling. That way I know that they're being taken care of. So, but it's a fun hobby. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would like it so much, but I do. It's really fun. And it's like a pet and a plant at the same time. It's a twofer, right? I mean, and they catch their own, you don't have to feed them at all. They'll do their own thing. Everyone's got plenty of bugs in their house or outside, you know? They have plenty of bugs. So I like that.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can you grow them in a violet pot? It's, it's water all the time there and humidity all around it.
Well, I haven't tried, but maybe you could try it. Yeah, as long as it has to be constantly wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so long, and you can just add more water. Oh, you know what? It has to be plastic.
Oh, I see.
It has to be plastic. That's the only thing. Unless you can find a plastic pot, you know, plastic. Usually they're not. Usually they're ceramic, right? They're usually ceramic.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can grow it in a Starbucks cup. A lot of my stuff, I go low budget. After you had your latte or whatever, your coffee, rinse it out. I have my husband poke a couple holes in the bottom. You got your cup. That's it. And then you also have a tray underneath. But don't use like a terracotta tray, or make sure it's plastic. It has to be plastic.
What kind of soil are you using?
I use sphagnum
Oh, sphagnum.
moss, which does not have long fibered. Oh, I have it right here.
Is it pre-made or?
Oh, this one's. You just rehydrate it.
Sphagnum.
Yeah, it says long fibered sphagnum moss. I think it's like $5 or $6. And then I put a little bit of like 50-50 perlite, but no perlite. Make sure the sphagnum moss doesn't have miracle grow, because they sell. I went to Home Depot the other day, and the sphagnum moss had miracle grow in it. And that can't be, you have to have no miracle grow. And then even the perlite, get the one that doesn't have miracle grow. So I take 50-50 and I rehydrate it with rainwater, or you use distilled, and then like go back to life, and then you use that, and you can pot it up. It's pretty easy. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, and then just make sure, like make sure it doesn't dry out. That's the thing. And especially when it's hot like this, you'd be surprised how much water like evaporates, just like pure evaporation. What you can do if you don't want to avoid like any kind of mosquitoes, whatever your container is, make sure it's just a slightly bigger than your pot. That way the mosquito larvae can get in there. But they eat mosquitoes, so that's another one. Yeah. So that's another thing. And you'd be surprised, I think I bought that one from, I think they're really small, and they'll just keep getting bigger. And they're all babies, and we can split them. And this one's on a rhizome. They're all on rhizome. This one we can split it out. And oh, these are the certain ones. Oh, let me show you the ones I have here. So this one's called. This is a cultivar. It's called Kim Jong-il, and it has little. Let me show you the. You can pass it around. Now look at it.
Do you have to divide them or can you leave them?
You can leave them there until it gets really full. You can do. Some people just leave them there, but I think it's if you divide them out, then you have more chance to grow more. You know, like it's like being like you know, huh?
Put it in bigger pot.
Yeah, you can go big. You can go big pot if you want. Yeah. Yeah. This one's called werewolf because if you look at the jagged teeth. And this one has the drosera in it, the sticky one. This is where the gnats hang out. And this is the little flower.
This is a tall plastic container.
Yeah, I just use
Okay,
Starbucks.
it's wet, so
I just use Starbucks. This one is called this is a tropical pitcher, and it's a Nepenthes ventrata. It's native to the Philippines. And if you guys want to come up, there's like a lot of like fluid in here. There's a lot of digestive juices in here. And that's you know, at nighttime I like to get my little flashlight and check it out. You'd be surprised what you see in there. Look how much fluid there is.
Will the pitcher plants like that one catch flies, or is it primarily like gnat kind of insects?
Oh, yeah, flies. What do you know what they do? They land on the peristome. This is the peristome here, the lip here, and there's sort of like little secretions, and then they fall in. So you'll get other, and then the spiders too, like climb up and they fall in. You can get spiders in here too. Gnats, flies, bees.
This is a shade one, right?
Huh?
The picture ones are shade loving, not sun.
Yeah, this is shade. It's tropical. So it's like rainforest. Think of it as rainforest canopy.
What kind of shade cover? Like 50%, 60?
Like 50%.
So
Indirect light.
basically like the epis.
Epi, yeah.
So
It's like an epi. If you can grow epi, you can grow. You can grow on Nepenthes.
so kind of like you start with one and then you have 100 all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then this one, I know. It's true, but they're so cute, and it's like a pet. See, look how cute they are. And this is the same variety, but this is called a different. This is also a picture. These are shorter. This one's a little shorter one. And let's see what I have. I have. Oh, this one's pretty big too. Look at them. They're all closed. That means they've been eating. See how they're closed? They've been eating. Pass this one around. So this one's called chupacabra. I got this as a kid. And look at most of his things are. That's a good one.
It's cute.
Isn't it cute? So cute.
I like that you have a cup within a cup.
Yeah, and they're all Starbucks, so it's like free,
Yeah.
almost free. You know, like free. I go low budget. We don't want to spend a lot of money.
Starbucks, it's about what, $8 a
Oh,
pop?
instead of this chucking, you know, throwing it away.
So
And this is, I think this was like a potato salad here. Potato salad.
being here in California, what's the most common insect besides flies that you get? You get any of like the large like June bugs or Japanese beetles caught in them, or?
I haven't seen one yet. Those are kind of big. You know what I mean? Those are kind of big. That's kind of big.
Something to take out.
Yeah.
Take out my Japanese beetles.
Those are big, yeah. But
After my food.
you know, a lot of flies, a lot of gnats, a lot of spiders, a lot of bees, a lot of. Yeah, I guess if you want like really, I haven't seen it yet. But if you look at the bottom here, there's like a lot of stuff in here. So they've been eating.
Is there one variety in particular that would
Pretty full.
attract mosquitoes more than any other?
No, it's so funny. Sometimes the littlest plant, especially the sticky one, will attract. They can have a gigantic mosquito, and it's like gets caught in there. It's like, wow, I can't believe that. Yeah, so this one here is from. It's called Trev's Dracula. The person who registered it. His name's Trev, and he's from Ireland.
Why is there's like 3 leaves in there that are dark, is it?
Oh
dying?
yeah, because these are done finished eating. These are gonna go down because they've eaten already like 3 or 4.
Oh, it's not dead?
No, it's not dead. It's gonna turn black. So it's gonna die off. So and then new ones will come in its place.
Oh, okay.
So
It looks like it'd be dead.
No,
It's gonna die out.
it's gonna die, but there's the one. Yeah, they only can eat like 3 or 4 times. Then they're full and then they die.
So when they're like that, do you just leave them on the plant, or do
I
you
just
flip
leave it
them
for
off?
now, and then later on they'll get really dark, nothing, and then we'll just like snip them just to make it look better. But yeah, but they, and then the new ones are coming up. See the new ones coming up right here? This one's like, a whole bunch of new ones are coming.
How does this one on the end of the table catch its insects?
Same thing. It looks like a flower, but
Oh,
it's not-
yeah, I thought that was a flower.
No, it's not. This is not the flower. Yeah, this is the. It looks like a flower, but that's not. This is the trap. This is the picture. The flowers are really pretty. They look like little umbrellas. I don't know if you've seen the picture of the earlier ones. The flowers are really pretty. But some people use this for like bouquets and stuff. Like it's like an ornamental flower, but sometimes I can see stuff in here in the bottom.
How long does that flower last?
This will last a good like 3 months.
Wow.
It lasts a long time. It lasts a long time. Then the new ones will come back out. During the winter, they go dormant, not really do anything, and then in the spring the blooms will come out, and then these will come back out. So usually I cut them down. When they turn brown, I'll just cut them down, and they'll come back up. And you can split them after a while. It's like a rhizome. So you can like here you can have like 3 plants here. And this one here, this is the original mother plant. I have like 6 babies from this plant. This is the original plant, and look, the babies are coming back out here. More babies coming out here. So one plant can like produce a lot. So, any other questions?
This is just a statement. I've been to Lowe's. I think they carry more.
Yeah, they're carrying more than.
Than Home Depot. Home Depot, you'll be lucky to see 2 or 3 at the most. But at Lowe's, they really carry a lot of small ones.
Yeah, and they're starting to carry more different varieties too. You'll be surprised. Sometimes you can, I think if you want to start out, I would just start out with Lowe's and Home Depot. That way, if they die, you're not really like invested a lot.
You can always get your money.
Yeah, get your money. Oh yeah, you can get your money back. Yeah. Guaranteed.
It is.
That's right.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year guarantee.
But hey, if you can grow an epi, you can grow these. I mean, and they're kind of fun. And they're kind of pretty too. I like the little, they're like interesting.
Well, thank you, Grace.
Yes,
Thank you. Oh yeah, take a look, everybody.
Grace is a member of the club naturally, so if you guys are out here, you have a hobby that is plant related or garden related, I should say, talk to me and you can do a program, promote your own hobby. Okay, guys?
Oh, you're just gonna